Hey there, communicators, and welcome to week 5. We are basically at the finish line, and I'm really excited. Everybody by Monday afternoon will have your topic selection feedback. So before you move forward with continuing your speech outline, starting to record your speech, all that, please just take a minute to review it just to see if there's any last minute guidance. A lot of you did really well on your brainstorm, and I feel like if you translated that to your topic selection worksheet, you should be golden. But if there's any small thing, I will definitely give you that feedback just to enhance your presentation. So that's it for the few announcements. Let's get right into it. So Monday is chapter 10, and it's focusing on organizing and the organizational processes that comes within speech making. So you will really focus when you do your discussion questions on transitions, introductions, and conclusions of speech. Every single part of a speech has a purpose, has its own processes, and comes with a very clear cookie cutter reason why it exists. So please take the time to kind of reflect on transitions, on introductions and conclusions to really grasp the idea of how this encompasses and flows into your speech topic. And then as you move forward out of this course, you can kind of keep thinking of like, why is there an introduction? Why do transitions exist? Why do conclusions exist? And next time you have a class presentation, a work presentation, or whatever, you can kind of reflect on that so you have a well-rounded speech presentation. So that's Monday. We're starting off slow, pretty simple. Tuesday, we're going to reflect on anxieties and apprehensions when it comes to speaking in public. It is completely normal. I would say most of the population has some speech apprehension. A very small portion of that population has an aggressive speech apprehension, meaning that is usually triggered by a physical reaction like vomiting or running away. But the majority of you and all of us, we just have some standard basic nerves that can kind of show up in a few ways. One thing I'll say before we even move forward is that anxiety and apprehension and nerves, when it comes to speaking in a lot of different situations, for many of us is a mental game, and we cannot physically see it when you're presenting. It is only apparent when you tell us. So I've had students where I had no idea they were nervous, and they physically said, "Oh my God, I'm so nervous," and then they tried to continue their speech. Well, thank you for letting me know. Now you've told everybody that you're nervous. Let's stay away from vocalizing those nerves because it is a mental game, and you have to try to suppress and calm those nerves with a bunch of practice, because that will better help you control those nerves, therefore not even feel nervous when you move forward, and therefore not have any sort of physical reactions. But I tell you that because I know a lot of people, a lot of students feel like their internal anxieties are being showcased physically. And I would say, generally speaking, that is not the case. I cannot tell that you're nervous until you give me some sort of indication. So keep that in mind. Of course, the best way to practice and lower that anxiety and apprehension is practice. The more you practice, the more you get comfortable with the topic, with the words, with the filming yourself, the easier it is going to be for you. Of course, we have a little bit of an easier time. You don't even have an audience. So take the time to practice, get comfortable with your speech topic. It's only going to help you. So we have a quick exercise to help you reflect on kind of what makes you nervous, and then try to really reflect on the strengths that you have when it comes to public speaking and the nonverbal cues that you'll be using, and just different ways to kind of deviate and focus on certain things. There's also a video to shine light on, I guess, the phenomenon of stage fright in public speaking and kind of showing that it's completely normal, and then you'll write a little something when it comes to that. So that's Tuesday. It's very important for us to focus on it because it exists in all of us to some degree. But it can lessen, and it can be mostly removed by practicing. Wednesday, this is when things start getting easier because I really want you to focus on the speech itself and the processes that come with it. But Wednesday is a speech checklist. It's a guide to help make sure that you're hitting these clear markers that are in the instructions to better help you achieve the best presentation you have, as well as the best grade you can achieve. So this checklist, it's not suggestions, it's things that are in the instructions, it's things that make sense to review, to check, and so on. So when you complete that, you should kind of feel really confident in what you have to submit. And Thursday, your actual submission of your speech, as well as the outline, as well as your APA references. The preferred method of uploading your speech is going to be YouTube. There is a warning or caveat with that. Please make sure that you set your account and that specific video to public so I can review it. If it is set to anything else, I will not be able to view it, therefore I cannot grade your speech. I will also say that uploading a speech will depend on your computer and as well as your internet speed. So please do not wait until Sunday at like 11:30 to try to upload it and then email me at like 12:30 being like, I'm sorry, I'm having such a hard time uploading it. Take the time to be proactive and upload and submit everything earlier on so you do not have to send panic emails. I'll be sleeping anyways, so submit everything. You have a whole week. I am flexible though. If YouTube is not your preferred way to submit your speech, you can submit it as long as I am able to easily open it and easily review it. So if you have a speech and it can be uploaded directly as a file, that's totally fine. If you prefer to submit it to me through like Google Drives, so it's a little bit more private, that's totally fine as well. But the key here is for me to easily open it and easily review it. Obviously YouTube, because we can embed it, becomes an easier mode for me to review the speeches, but I'm a little bit flexible with that, so do what you feel comfortable with. Remember a few things here. Remember, the camera angle is everything. If it's too low, it will look like you're talking down to us and we can see the ceiling, and usually ceiling fans. We don't want that. If your camera angle is too high, we are seeing the top of your head and your face, sometimes your feet, and definitely the floor. We don't want that. You should not be holding your phone because this is not a vlog. This is a speech presentation, and the only thing you should be holding in one hand is your speaking outline. What your camera angle should look like is face on. Your angle should be as if an audience member is sitting in front of you. It should be their eye level. So you can easily just sit in a chair in front of where you plan on speaking and be like, okay, this is around the height of eyes. This is where my camera angle should be. And you're kind of looking at us as we are an audience member. It should be as simple as that. I would not recommend having somebody hold your camera while you are presenting because hands are shaky and that can lead to a motion sickness viewing of your speech and become a little, less credible because, doing this, and if they're watching you, becomes kind of messy. I would place it down, work with the angle, figure out what's best for you. Remember, the magic behind the camera is oftentimes really not magical. Stack books to get that height, move a chair over, put a chair on top of a desk. I've done multitude of different things to get the correct camera angle. I've put stools on desks and stacked books and whatever. I played around with it to make sure that it was an appropriate viewing angle, and you should do the same because it should not be up here, it should not be down here, it should not be held with you in any way. So play around the camera angle, it's very important. You should be center stage. This is all about you. So you should be in the middle of the camera angle, should not be off to the side. This is dead on to you. And the big thing is you are standing and I should see you from your knees or like lower thighs and up. I know this is a little unconventional when you think about Zoom meetings and things of that nature when you only see from like shoulders up, but this is a learning opportunity and this is a classroom. So I need to see you from your knees or lower thighs and up because I'm here to evaluate the entirety of your nonverbal communication, which involves, feet, posture, and all different things. So that's why I really need to see basically from knees up. So work with that camera angle, take some time to figure out where your audience eyes are, position the camera there, see where you need to stand so we can kind of see from your knees up. And don't forget to project because the camera still needs to pick up on you. I know this is a lot, but it's a video, so you can always rewind, review, and make sure that you are up to speed with everything. All you need is yourself, dressed in whatever makes you confident that is considered business casual, with your one-page outline. So make sure you print it out or write it out so you have your single page outline. Don't forget to gesture, look at us, make eye contact, smile, whatever makes sense for the progression of your speech. And I look forward to watching all of them as they come in. Everything this week is due Sunday before midnight, so get going, and I look forward to reviewing everything soon.